I'm so grateful that you guys sit here and deal with my tangents.
Your love is rated X. That means you're extraordinary.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so weird because number one, we have not been together in God knows how long. It has been a minute. I keep taking these long, gosh darn freaking breaks. And it does me no good because then I fall off and then it takes me way too long to get everything back together. But what's even crazier is that now we are on YouTube, and I'm gonna fix my mic because she has no good sense, so ignore any sounds that you hear. Hello. Anyway, we're on YouTube. So whether you are watching this video on YouTube, looking at the visuals, or whether you are just listening to me on all of the platforms, it doesn't matter because we are back. The disrespect of this mic. We are back, you guys. We are back. I know there's going to be a little growing pain. So YouTube, I'm sorry. I know you guys are going to see me adjusting and fixing my mic every 2 seconds. We are back though. We are here. We are in the building. I just realized I don't have my headphone in. So we are going to pop that sucker back in. I use my little Apple earbuds and yeah, that's all that works for me because I don't know. I feel like I look weird with like the big headphones. Anyway, neither here nor there. Okay, first of all, how are y'all doing? How is everybody doing? How are you? How are you feeling? It's been a long time since I've seen you. And the family is still growing, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. So excited for you to be present. Let me get a little sip of my water. Y'all, I have an unhealthy obsession with Stanley Cups. I mean, first of all, I just have an unhealthy obsession with anything that's bougie. Target, Starbucks, Amazon, and now Stanley Cups. Okay, sponsor me, Stanley, because I will have a different cup every day of the week. Don't play with me, okay? I have 3 of these suckers already. Like most people, they have like one. I have 3. They're like, you know, one bottle maybe. Yeah, no, 3. It started with like, I got the peachy one because like I'm a pink girl. Like if you see me on YouTube, you can see my chairs like pink and white. I love pink and I love light pinks. And so that peachy one was like perfect. And then I ended up getting like, again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it, but this gray blue one, because I was like, oh, she's simple and classic. And I'm going to fight this microphone. And I wanted an extra one. But then fun fact about me, not only do I have an issue shopping, and I shop a lot and I should not, but I do. I am an emotional shopper as well. So whenever something goes south, if I'm going through something, if I'm happy, if I'm sad, more so if I'm sad, but like also if I'm happy, because I'm like the treat yourself girl, I will shop and get things I don't need. I have talked myself out of buying this overpriced electric toothbrush so many times in the last 3 months. Because I'm like, I need it. I don't need it. I do not need it at all, but I want it so bad. And one day I'm gonna get it. Now is not the time and I have to be practical. So anyway, that's how I ended up with a 3rd Stanley Cup. I was emotionally shopping and now I have a purple one too, and she's cute. So anyway, Stanley, sponsor me, honey, because I love your products, okay? And I'll get them all. In fact, just send me a couple to try. Now, I love the 40-ounce tumblers with the handle. That makes my life so much easier when I'm running around at work and I'm carrying on my binders and then I have my little tumbler. I'm just blah, 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 blah. It makes it so much easier. But, just send your girl some stuff, Stanley. Hit me up, okay? I'm out here in the streets. Hit me up and I will happily be a happy sponsor, okay? A happy girl, okay? Anyway, yeah, emotional shopper over here. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, here we are, leaning into our emotional shopping. It's funny, actually, and this kind of does tie into what we're going to talk about today. But it's interesting that I would be the emotional shopper So a lot of people are like emotional eaters, like they overeat when they're hungry. I have purposefully over the years made myself the girl who does not overeat. Like did I say hungry or did I say stressed? I don't know. When people are stressed, they're anxious, they're going through things, whatever. Sometimes, most of the time, the first thing they pick up is food. That's why we have things that we call comfort food, snacks, right? I've never been that person. And it's not for any reason other than the fact that like I had issues with my weight growing up anyway, my whole life. So I purposefully went out of my way to find alternatives to eating when I was stressed or upset. So I chose the opposite. I went in the opposite direction. Like, you know how they say there's people that either run towards what they want or away from what they don't want? I run away from what I don't want instead of towards what I want. And so that's exactly what I did. As a young girl, like I was like, nope, I'm stressed, I'm not gonna eat. And then that's when I developed a habit of like not eating at all. And then, you know, when I got older, I realized like I love caffeine. So, I don't really do sodas that often. Since I've had bariatric surgery, oddly enough, I have times where I crave a little soda, which is weird because I stopped drinking soda in high school. And I'm 30 now. So it's crazy that I even like crave it, but I get it. Like my body's changed, taste buds have changed. And then it's more so a flavor thing. It's less about the soda, and it's about the flavor. I want flavor because I put flavoring in my water, in my Stanley Cup, again, 40 ounces. I'm supposed to be drinking 64 a day. And on a great day, I get 80. But anyway, it's a flavor thing. I don't know. I just crave it. But anyway, yeah. So I run away from what I don't want. And what I didn't want was to like gain more weight because I was already going through enough issues and enough emotional damage from things that were said and the way I was made to feel about my weight growing up. So that's that. And then again, caffeine, there was a time where like I was really stressed and I wasn't eating, but I was drinking Red Bull for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is already bad enough in itself. So yeah. And so now as I've gotten older and like, you know, getting my money right, and I could prioritize my finances a little differently, but we're not here to talk about that. I've become an emotional shopper. So if I'm going through something, like I said, I will buy things because I had bariatric surgery. I kind of can't not eat, but, I can, shop. So that's what I do. I have so many things. For those of you who don't know, I make custom luxury press-on nails. I am going to drop some like consistent ones and styles, nail sets is what I'm trying to say, that will have in stock. And by we, I mean I, because I'm a one-woman show, but I will drop some ones that I'll have in stock. So it's like you can buy them. They come in 10 to 12 different sizes. It just depends on the shape. So like my squares and my coffins have like 12 sizes. The almonds and the stilettos have 10 sizes. But anyway, I'll have some that are like, you know, we constantly have these, like I already have several of them made. But if you want your nails done and you're like, oh, like I kind of want, like I like this little situation where you have like milky white nails with like a rose gold tip. I don't know if you can tell, but can I get something like that? Sure, girl. It's gonna cost you a little bit more, but yeah, you got it. Anyway, let me fix this microphone again and let's get into it. First of all, I've missed you guys so much and I'm so grateful that you guys sit here and deal with my tangents. And YouTube, I've missed you guys too. Like I'm so excited. Let me tell you, okay, we're gonna focus. This might not be the episode I thought it was gonna be, but let me just say, right, we're here. I've been having, and this, I feel like this is an episode in itself, so I don't want to get in too deep to it right now, but I will like make sure that I take note so that I can talk. And then again, maybe this is the episode. Maybe this is where the episode is headed, and the episode I had planned for today, we will have to give another time. But I have been missing YouTube. I did Vlogmas this past year, and of course I didn't finish Vlogmas, and there was a reason for that. I got tied up and it got crazy, it got busy, and then like I wasn't able to keep up. But I made it pretty close. Like that was the most consistent that I've been on YouTube in a long time. So I did Vlogmas, and that was really fun. I really loved Vlogmas. I want to do it again this year, but I want to plan better. So it's July now, and Vlogmas starts in December. So I'm probably going to start planning for Vlogmas around October, just because, you know, I need a little time. I'll probably be in the same location because we did renew our lease for August of next year, but still, I want to plan a little bit better. I want to put a little bit more into it. So yeah, I'm excited to do Vlogmas. But anyway, I did Vlogmas, and then I think I recorded another video after that. I can't remember, but I just remember how good it felt to be back on camera and like back doing what I love to. I love this. Like, guys, I love this. Like, I love it. Like, I love it. I love doing my podcast. I love having guests on the podcast and like the jokes and the laughs, and I love it. I love making you guys laugh. I love making you guys feel better. And I love YouTube. Like, I love my YouTube platform. I love doing videos. Like, I love making you guys laugh. Again, like, I love sharing my gifts with you guys. I love sharing my talents with you guys. And like, there's some things that are going to be in the works this year. But I run from it because, you know, you really have to, there's a level of time and dedication you have to put into it to make it what it could be for me. And had I been more consistent years ago, this would probably be a whole nother conversation. That's not the point. I just miss this. I miss it. Like, I miss being in front of the camera. It is very weird. I'm not going to lie. I keep looking at myself in the camera right now, and I'm like, I'm a different chick. Like, so for those of you who don't know, or you haven't caught up, let me catch you up real quick, because it's easy to not be caught up considering the fact I'm not the most consistent sometimes. But I had bariatric surgery in February. I had VSG surgery. I had gastric sleeve, and it's been good. I'm about 5 months post-op. It's been good. I was doing really well. Recently I have gained a couple of pounds. It's nothing crazy, but it is like a couple of, I feel like I shouldn't be gaining any pounds right now, but I have gained a couple of pounds. But I also have to realize my workouts are muscle building forward and not cardio forward. So instead of like melt off the body, it's going to be like, okay, we're building muscle to supplement and kind of burn through that fat. So it's a little different. Like, there's going to be times where, yeah, you did gain a couple of pounds, but those pounds are muscle. So it's burning up everything else. And that's something I didn't think about. I've also been really sick lately. Like I said, when I get stressed, I don't eat. Have to eat. That was one of the first things they told me, because especially my dietitian, she knew that, you know, that was one of the things we talked about before I had surgery. She knew, like, when I get stressed, I don't eat. And she knew about that stroke that I almost had when I was not eating, but Red Bull was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I almost knocked out right on the floor at work. So you really have to make an effort to eat. Like, you have to, even if it's just a little something, even if I was to go back to like mushy foods or like liquids again, just to like do something to give myself some substance, I have to do it. Haven't been doing it. So that's also probably part of the reason why I gained weight. And that goes back to the stress that's at work. Now, that conversation of the stress at work is a conversation for another day. But that's where we are. But overall, like, I'm wearing clothes that used to once fit me snug, and now I have more room in them. I'm wearing clothes that didn't fit at all. I have work pants, like dress pants. Thank you, somebody. Shout out to whoever gave me the word in this microphone. I have dress pants that I'm gonna start a Patreon. So if y'all want to donate, please donate and help your girl get some new mics, because these jokers, I feel like it's me. I feel like I'm the problem. And I know YouTube is watching the foolishness right now. They're like, you good, sis? No, I'm not. But yeah. Anyway, donate, okay, if you want to help your girl get some new mics. But yeah, like my dress pants, like I said, I have pants that I bought that I thought were my size before I had surgery and like did not fit at all. I had pants that like just fit enough, and now like they're too big. Like, I actually wore a pair today that I bought before I had surgery, and they didn't fit at all. Like, I could not get them like over the thighs. Now they're too big. Like I was looking at my butt in the mirror at work when I came out of the bathroom, and I was like, oh my God, it's like, hey, it's not giving juicy. It's giving, you're wearing your big sister's pants. So it's great. And it's great to look at myself. Like my dimples are dimpling, my cheekbones are cheekboning. It's hype. So I know that it's going to get better. I know that I'm not going to say that I've hit a plateau, because I do not believe that I've hit a plateau. What I believe is that I've been stressed and I have not been doing the things that I need to do. And that is on me. So without further ado, let's fix this microphone again for the 8,000th time. I really hope that like on the podcast, you guys aren't hearing like like, because I keep trying to fix this thing, bro. Anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, long story short, back to what I was saying before, I miss doing this. I love doing this, and I want to be more consistent. And I will tell you this, I'm not going to give away anything yet, but I'm going to tell you, God has a plan and a purpose for my life. There is a calling on my life, and my career was never in what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now outside of this, like my 9 to 5, that is my backup plan. That is my fallback. This is a safe choice. And I know that. And I realize that because the calling that God has for me has been pulling and tugging and tugging and pulling, like as of late. And I've been like, bro, what is this? And I actually had a conversation with my mom a couple weeks ago, and it was what she said, a statement that she had made and things that she was saying. And I was like, oh my God, was she in my conversation with the Lord too? Like what? And then after she said everything she said, I was like, Mom, that's crazy that you would say that, because this is a conversation I had with the Lord, and this is what he's revealed to me. And you literally pulled this rabbit out of the hat that I haven't talked to anybody about. I just bumped the table, and I'm scared this microphone is going to fall. Like, help me. So I cannot talk, y'all. So without giving too much away, I know where I'm headed, and I know where I'm going to go. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how the door is going to open, but I know that if God didn't want me to do it, and if he didn't need me in that field of where I'm headed, it wouldn't still be on my heart the way that it is on my heart. Like, I wouldn't be in this place where I'm like, I'm okay to start over at 30. Like, crazy enough, I've been saying for the last like 4 years, like, I think I have one more move in me before I settle down and have a family. Like, literally, I was like, I have just one more. It doesn't matter where I go. I would love to maybe go here or there, but wherever, like, just for 1 year, move somewhere else outside of the state of Virginia, which is where I'm from, born and raised. And I love it here. I love the DMV. Northern Virginia is like my home. It's my heart. Like, that's where I want to live for the rest of my life. Right there around DC. It's like, it's perfect. Maryland's right there. DC is the centerfold. And then like the areas of Virginia all around. But then if I want to escape the hustle and the bustle, I can come down to where my parents live and like visit. It's amazing. I love it here. Like, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. However, I have had this itch over the last couple years, like just 1 year somewhere else. And as of late, like, I've been considering going back to LA, which, that's a cuss word in this house. My roommate can testify, because we went through some things in LA. Go back and check the episodes, honey. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. He's been tugging on me. So anyway, let's get to it so we can get into it. Number one, I want to come at y'all with the word on the street. So yes, ignore the look. So, word on the street. Ignore that little burp. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna try not to burp in your face and in your ears. But the gas has been gassing. Okay, like they had to pump me up before I had surgery with so much gas, because I had a hernia too. So I had a hernia repair, and we've just been releasing over the last 5 months. And like, I think that's contributed to my sickness. Is like, I think that it, like me and this microphone, man, I tapped it and I was like, oh, it's gonna fall. I feel like it's like balled up and like it's trying to release. And I feel like there's some that needed to release that hasn't. And so I feel like that's why I've been so sick, because I literally sat down, took my time, and I had a snack. And that's the only thing I've really eaten today. And yeah, I had a snack and I was fine. I laid on the couch for a minute and I was like, just take your time. And then I felt great. So I was like, I'm up, I'm here. Oh, and that's the other thing I'm going to say, even though we're in Word on the Street, is I know this is part of my calling, and I know that I was meant to be here, and I know that I'm meant to be giving you all this podcast right now, because every single time I've tried to get up and get things together, something happens, right? And I know that's nothing but an attack from the enemy. So anyway, let's get into the Word on the Street. It's going to be quick. It's going to be sweet, honey, because I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't plan that much for this Word on the Street. There's only one thing I wanted to talk about, and that is my girl, Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer. Ugh, y'all, I love her. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Okay, listen. I actually had beef with Keke. Yeah. Yes, I had beef with Keke. Keke don't know, okay, that we had beef, but sis, we had beef, and let me tell you why. And some of you who can guess, you probably already know where this is going. And yes, I do hold a grudge, because I've had beef with Drew Sidora as well for decades. Y'all know why we all have the same beef with Drew Sidora, and it is not about her big-headed, ugly ex-husband, Ralph Pittman. Soon to be ex, I don't know. We haven't gotten to that part in the Housewives yet, but, child, Derwin and Melanie, the game. For those of you who have not seen the older version of the game with Tia Mowry and Pooch Hall and them, and Hosea Sanchez, he's on the new version too. But Drew Sidora played Drew Sidora on the game, and I'm not gonna give too much away. Actually, I am gonna give it away, because if y'all haven't seen it by now, what are you doing? Drew was out here sleeping with Derwin, Melanie's man Derwin, out here sleeping with Derwin behind Melanie's back. And see, I'm about to start clapping because I'm mad. It makes me mad every time, bro. It was the fact that sis was giving Derwin relationship advice on his relationship with Melanie. Derwin was like, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm trying to make her happy. And Drew was like, oh, Derwin, you just gotta blah, blah. You gotta treat her like this. You gotta show her that she's blah, 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 blah. But also, can you help me take my dress off? Oh, you want to do this? Oh, but you got a girlfriend. Oh, you don't care? Neither do I. Let's go. Bump, bump, bump. I was mad. I was like, sis, how you gonna be? And then what's crazy is Melanie was a big Drew Sidora fan. So in the one episode, Melanie was at Drew's album release party, and she's like, Drew, I love you. I'm a big fan. Can you sign my album? And Drew was like, yeah, girl. Ever. You over here boop dopping with my man, and you just gonna sign my record like I'm a groupie? Baby. I was about to call her something else. Baby. No. Okay, so I've been mad at Drew Sidora for a long time, but she's growing on me now. Now that I'm watching her on the Housewives of Atlanta, she's growing on me, honey. She's growing. But anyway, Keke Palmer, back to Keke Palmer. I've had beef with Keke Palmer for years, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because growing up, Corbin Bleu was my man. Corbin Bleu was my man. Okay, I know he only liked white girls, but he was my man, okay? That was my man. That was my boo. I loved him before people cared about the natural movement, okay? I was out here like, yes, Brother Blue. I love it when they call me Blue Papa. Anyway, so Corbin Bleu was my man, okay? That was my man. You could not tell me it. I knew that I was either marrying Corbin Bleu or John Cena. Now that I'm an adult, I don't want neither of them. But you couldn't tell me nothing, boy. I was a Corbin Bleu stan, dog. I love Corbin Bleu. And Keke did that movie Jump In with Corbin Bleu where they was double dutching and jump roping and stuff. Child, I was mad. I was like, I know that heifer ain't going. Oh, so you just gonna be up here flirting with my man? That's what you're gonna do? Oh, your love interest. See, I took it too personally back then. So they were just acting, okay? But I was getting ready to act a fool because I felt like sis was trying to take my man. So Keke, girl, I love you. I'm sorry. I know we've been beefing for the past like 10 plus years, but sis, I love you now. And that's why I want to talk about you in Word on the Street, but I'm coming to your defense. So Keke's boyfriend, Darius, and I'm hurt, y'all, because I like him. I actually liked, like, she was on the Terrell show and she was talking about him, and like, I liked him. I have liked him. I can't explain it, but I'm a big fan of these light-skinned dudes cuffing dark-skinned women. I think it is beautiful. I think, because all black women are beautiful, okay? They are. But it does my soul, oh, Shandebo, it does my soul good to see these light-skinned brothers out here cuffing up on the dark-skinned women. I love it. I love it. So I like Darius. And then hearing what she said about Darius, I was like, okay. So I like Darius. So it hurts my heart to even talk about this. But basically, if I hit this microphone one more time, Kiki was at Usher. Usher has a can't talk. Usher has a residency in Vegas right now. I'm still waiting for Beyonce to get her residency because, honey, I will be there every night. This gonna be in my, like, this in my money making phase. Okay, this when I get my millions, baby. I'm gonna be at the Beyonce residency every day. I'll be like, yes, I remember the step. All single ladies, cuff it, cuff it, cuff it. I think I'm ready for this. My body too bootylicious for you's a nasty, trashy, sleazy, hey, classless. I'm telling you. See, y'all don't know. And she better be singing the Destiny Child's bops, okay? Because, baby. Anyway, every Destiny's Child song that you guys listen to and you're like, they really said that, Beyonce wrote it. She had a hand in writing it. If any Destiny's Child song you have ever listened to, go back and listen to them. And you're like, did they really say that though? Yes, they did. And I'm going to tell you why, because Beyonce had a hand in writing it. Now, you know, Check Up On It, she wrote that. So all of y'all that are like, Check Up On It is really not that good. It's the words. Sis wrote it. Anyway, stay focused. So Usher has his residency in Vegas. Kiki was at the concert and she was wearing a little sheer situation. And I really don't care enough because I am not a gossip blogger, but I'm gonna try to insert a photo here. Now I have to insert this photo because if I don't, I'm gonna look like Boo Boo the Fizzle. So Kiki was getting her life at the Usher concert, and Usher was serenading Kiki. And you know, Kiki was living her life. She was like, yes, Usher, hey, okay, living her life. Child, why her man, Darius, by the way, Darius is also her baby daddy. Why Darius tweet at her with his petty self, and he was like, it's the outfit for me, and you're a mother. I thought he was playing. I thought he was messing with her. I thought that's how they play. Apparently it's not. Homeboy was upset. He was really upset. And he was like, I'm sorry that I have standards and morals, and this is how a husband should, you know, expect from his wife. And here's what I'm gonna say. I agree. A husband should, you know, obviously, like, you know, hey babe, like, lovingly correct. Baby, I love you. I hope you and your girls have fun at the Usher concert. Babe, that is not the outfit. It's not. Because I don't want our son to look back one day and be like, is that mama's booty cheeks out on Usher? And her booty cheeks were not on Usher, but I'm just saying. And then it's like, I get that, babe. I get that. You're right. I don't need to be out and about in that at the Usher concert. You're right. They're going to think I'm a single lady. You're correct. Okay. But Darius is not Kiki's husband. All right, then. There's nothing else to say about that. That is her baby daddy. He's her boyfriend. He's her baby daddy. Okay. That's not her husband. So all I'm saying, Darius, is if you want to have input on what sis is wearing and how she's carrying herself, you need to put a ring on it. Okay, because you already put a baby in it. You need to put a ring on it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I almost understand where he's coming from, but I don't, because I feel like that was super unwarranted. So I don't know if, like, maybe they got into it beforehand, or he was just been upset about something and this was his moment to, like, stab, or if he really is just getting insecure because my girl is blowing up. Sis is fine. She is beautiful and she is glowing and flowing, and I love it. So I don't really know what that was about, but all I'm gonna say is his points would be valid if they were married. They're not. So I feel like until homeboy puts a rizzy ring on it, he really don't have much to say. Also, and truth be told, because I get this and I'm a private person too, like, yes, like, I show you guys what I want to show you guys, as does everybody else. But if me and my man were having beef, I wouldn't want him to be petty and comment or tweet at me about my outfit while I'm out living my life at the Usher concert, and then try to say, oh, she's a mom. Like, I am. You're right. And I know this. And it was good enough for you when I was out here in my sheer situation when you decided to baby me up. So what is the difference? Okay. But I would hate it. I would hate that's a conversation that could, if he seriously has a problem with it, and it has, even if it does have something to do with something petty, even if he is feeling insecure, whatever, that's a conversation they should have behind closed doors. And he should have just been like, baby, I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I don't want our son to look and see, but I don't like it. I don't like it, babe. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, moving on. I would like to move on to big ups. I wanted to talk about the Housewives of New Jersey. I'm not going to lie, but we're going to have to save that for another episode because honestly, it's old news at this point and it's going to keep circulating. Also, Scandal. What? I've been gone too long. All this juice. Let me say this and then I'm going home while we're in word on the street. Kyle Richards and her husband, Mauricio. If y'all don't know, apparently Kyle and Mauricio are separating after 25 years of marriage. That is crazy to me. I love Kyle and Mauricio. I thought that they would be together forever. They were goals. They were the blueprint. I love them. And I'm hurt that they're breaking up. So I hope that they can reconcile. Apparently Kyle's having a lesbian affair somewhere, somehow. I don't know. But I hope that they can reconcile. And I would really like to see that for them because I love them. Anyway, moving on to big ups. My big ups is going to be quick, just like my word on the street. Let me get a little sip. I am so sorry. I know I'm in y'all ear. Good. Excuse me. Good. But anyway, excuse me. My big ups goes to my sister. And that's crazy because usually I mean, it's not crazy, but like usually I like when I do big ups and stuff like that, like I pick something that's happening in the culture. I'm going to give a big ups to my sister and I'm going to tell you guys why. One of the things that we very openly and candidly talk about in our relationship as sisters is our mental health. And one of the things that my sister is very aware of is that I've always been anxious. Even when I didn't know I was anxious, she knew. Even growing up, I've always been anxious. I've always had a hint of depression. But it has manifested itself a lot more in my adult years, especially in my 30s. And I think it has less to do with being 30 and more to do, number one, with the trauma that I've been through, not just as a child, but like in my adult years. I've been through some trammers, okay? And also the imbalance that comes with having weight loss surgery. It's one of those things, if you are thinking about having bariatric surgery, that is one of the things that your surgeon's office should be talking to you about, whether it's your surgeon, whether it's the dietitian, whether it's like a behavioral therapist that they have. Your mental health is going to change. So if you think you're good now, I'm not saying you're not going to be good after surgery. What I am saying is if you're not in therapy before you have bariatric surgery, you need to get in therapy because things are going to change. I was on the smallest dose of escitalopram, Lexapro, for my anxiety, and it kept things at bay. And as of recent, it's not really working at all. And I know that a big trigger of that is the stresses that I'm facing at work. The two biggest triggers I can say are three biggest triggers. Number one, where I'm at in my life, and me feeling like I should be elsewhere. Number two, it's work. It is the stress that I'm facing at work because it's unnecessary stress. It shouldn't be this way. And it has nothing to do with the company, has everything to do with the person managing the branch that I also co-manage, right? I handle the operations and what goes on behind the teller line. They are the branch manager and they are not making it easy for me. And so that has been a big stressor. And then number three is like dating, which we'll have to talk about that in another episode, but I'm not really doing that right now. I don't really have a desire to do that right now. Am I talking to some people? Yes, but these are people that like overall, like we can still be friends. It's not that deep. There's no pressure, but like I'm not taking anybody that seriously. And I'm sorry guys, if you happen to come across this episode, whether you're listening or you're watching, don't take it personally. It's not like that. It's just that you guys haven't shown me that you're serious. So why would I take you seriously? Okay, then. So anyway, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Like, come on. We are grown. Get out of here. We're grown. One thing I'm not doing anymore is tap dancing around people's feelings, to avoid the truth. Like, if you're not giving, you're not giving. Next. Anyway, so those are like my biggest stressors, the biggest triggers that have played a part in my mental health. But 4th of July just passed. It is the 6th of July. Yeah. And we were supposed to go to like Thomas Jefferson's home or whatever. I think it was Monticello my mom wanted to go to. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't want to go. I didn't mind. It sounds like fun. I just didn't want to do it on the 4th. But also, like, I didn't feel like listen, that's an expense that I didn't need to take on, because I know that even though it's the 4th of July and it's a family trip, as the daughters, we would have been expected to pay for ourselves and our mother and whatever souvenirs she wanted and food or drink she wanted. And I don't have it right now. Like, it's not a wise decision. I'm taking on a lot more financial responsibility, not just within my home, but within other things, which again, I'm not going to get into right now. And I don't have it. It's not wise. I'm going through it over here, okay? Like, it's not wise. So there was that. But then, like, I just had a down swing. If I hit this microphone one more time, I just had a down swing. And I was just depressed. Like, depression was just bop, bop, bop. Like, we were going, okay, 8 rounds, 9 rounds, okay, in the boxing ring. Like, we didn't make it to 12, okay? Because baby boy was like, you thought, sucker, you thought, okay? Like, you thought it was about to happen. It's not gonna happen, okay? I was like, that's fine. I think I better let it go. Looks like a mental health TKO. It's not funny because it was really stressful. But, so yeah, I was just having a downswing, and I didn't want to go to my mom's house. We decided we were going to go to our mom's house instead of going out and about because I called my mom ahead of time and I was like, I don't really want to go to that, for this occasion. And my sister felt the same way. I want to go, just not on the 4th. So my sister was like, well, we'll just come down and see you. And I was trying to like talk my way out of it. And she was like, right, so I'll see you at your mama's house around 3. And I was like, oh. So finally, I just had to be honest with her. And I was like, look, I'm having a super downswing. And it's not that I don't want to be around you guys. I just can't. I can't get off this couch. I can't move. I can't. It has nothing to do with you all. I'm swinging, and I'm swinging low. Sweet chariot, I have no sense, coming for to carry me home. First of all, it's not funny. I have to laugh. If I don't laugh, I'm gonna be crying. And y'all don't want to sit here and look at me cry. I worked too hard on this no makeup look. Like, I have to laugh. But that's real. That's real. Like, so many people deal with depression. They deal with mental health issues. And like, that's just where I was. And so instead of trying to force me to do something that I just physically could not do, just mentally could not do, my sister was like, all right, I get it. I appreciate you being honest with me. I understand. Furthermore, what can I do to support you right now? And so that's amazing. You guys, like, it means the world to have family to support you like that, friends to support you like that. Like, it's dope. So with that being said, my big ups goes to my sister, because if y'all don't have a sister or a brother like mine who is going to put it all down and ride for you in your time of need, then what are you doing? If you ain't got a sibling like mine, then where you at? No, for real though. That's my girl. So there you go. Big ups. And now moving on to, I feel like I've spent this whole podcast acting a fool. We haven't even gotten to the topic, and that's okay, because this is the first time back. We have a lot to catch up on. So getting back to flavor in your ear. Y'all, so if you don't know, flavor in your ear, is where we just highlight a little shumpness in the ears right now, okay, that we're listening to, so we can put you onto some new music. So baby, I'm listening to so many things right now, and I don't really know where to start, but let me tell you what I like the most. There's a few songs, so I'm gonna run down. I'm just gonna stick with what I had planned. I want to run down a list, but there will be other episodes, so I'm just gonna stick to what I had planned. Let me start holy. Excuse me. If you don't know, now you know. If you guys know Transformation Church, I hit that table. I thought the mic was going down. Transformation Church out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Michael Todd is the pastor. Transformation Worship became a thing shortly after the conference last year, which, by the way, we're supposed to be going again this year in October. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not planned nearly the way that I planned then. So y'all just pray for me because I'm behind. So anyway, shortly after the conference last year, Transformation Worship became a thing, much like Elevation Worship and Bethel and all that. So Transformation Worship became a thing. They dropped their song Eagle when we were at the conference. Eagle slaps, but they finally dropped some of the songs that they sing during praise and worship anyway that are original, and like they haven't dropped all of the ones that I like. They dropped two that I were waiting. Two? Was it two? Yeah, two that I was waiting on, which is Here Is Holy. Which, to be honest, I like the live Here Is Holy better, but I'll take it. But Here Is Holy they dropped, and Miracles. If you guys have not heard Miracles, it's so good. So Transformation Worship, Miracles is what I want to shout out for Flavor in Your Ear. That song slaps. It doesn't matter. I didn't like it when I was at the conference. I was like, it's okay. But now I love it. So that song, it slaps front, back, up, down, left, right, side to side, north, south, east, west. It slaps. I love it. It's good. It's going to have, thank you, God. Thank you, God. You go be, the tears going to be flowing, but you going to be all right. It's good. It's good. Miracles by Transformation Worship. Check it out. My other one is, it's called Limbo by Keshi. I love him. I have been on, I've been K-popping lately. All right. I have been K-popping. I gave a second chance to Cupid. I don't understand what's going on, but the Asians have me in a chokehold, baby. Hey, they never miss. Everything they do, they hit. It never misses. It hits at all times, in all ways, at all angles. I love it. Okay. I have been K-popping. And so, but Keshi, he's more like a R&B vibe, maybe a little hip hoppy, more R&B than anything, but he has some bops, some hip hop bops. But he has a song called Limbo. It's so good. I can guess where I heard it on TikTok. You already know. You don't have to guess. You know, it was on TikTok. And it's so good. I used the sped up version, me and this microphone, and I'm nervous about this microphone. It's okay. It's a trial run. I used the sped up version in a video that I did on TikTok, and I was like, I just used it because I was like, this sounds nice. And it was like a little filter, and it was like, what do I look like as a Disney princess? Which, not me at all. They made me look like a little white girl. That is not me. But yeah, I used the song because I was like, I like it. This is cute. It's giving Disney princess. And it was sped up, and I was like, ooh, this is cute. But baby, then I went and listened to the actual version. I listened to the original. I like them both. I've been on this sped up trend lately where I love songs, instead of listening to the original, I love either the sped up version or the slowed down version. That song that y'all love, only love can hurt like this. I do not like the original. I like the slowed down. It's slowed down and sped up. I love it. I listen to that version all day. That song was meant for an alto. I don't care what you say. The slowed down version should have been the only version because that song was meant for an alto. Y'all sopranos I can't talk, but y'all sopranos be showing out. Okay. It's time for the alto. It is alto season. It is alto season. This is the year of the alto, and it's time for the altos to shine. And I need somebody's true blue alto to cover that slowed down version because it's so good. Anyway, I like the original of Limbo just as much as I like the sped up. In fact, I think I like it more, but I listen to them both because I rock with that song. It's so good. So check it out. Keshi, Limbo, and Transformation Worship, Miracles. Hallelujah. All right, so with the limited amount of time that we have here, because I spent so much time rambling in the beginning, but also like we had to get back on track. We had to catch up. Like it is, y'all know how it is when you got to catch up with your friends. You know, sometimes you don't get on topic. So let me say this. So the topic that we were going to talk about today, we will have to save that for next week, which is fine because I already have my notes and everything. I love to plan. I'm a planner, honey. So now I got next week ready and I can have the week ahead. Okay. I love to be ahead. Anyway, so we'll get into the topic we're going to talk about today next week. So staying course with the theme. Here's what I'm going to say. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. It terrifies me to say this. And I don't want to give away too much. And the reason why I don't want to give away too much is because, sometimes you have to move in silence. And that's the word right there. Sometimes you have to move in silence. There are so many things that I know that I'm going to do. There's so many things that I'm working on right now and that are in the works. And there are so many doors that are opening and that are about to open for me. Excuse me. And I made a decision that I'm going to stop playing it safe. I have played it safe for years. One of the biggest areas where I've played it safe, the two biggest areas where I played it safe in life is my career and my love life. I play it safe in my love life. I date guys that I'm not really into, that I'm not really that attracted to, but I'm like, oh, they'll grow on me. Or like, out of convenience. So like guys that live close, really close, because I'm a quality time girl and I've also been through a lot. So like I really have a hard time dating somebody who lives more than an hour away from me. So I've settled because, well, they're close. Well, no, I don't really can't stare at him too long, but he's really sweet. He gets on my last nerve, but at least he's loyal. And it has not worked out for me. It hasn't worked out with the one, it hasn't worked out, period. Settling has not worked out. Selling myself short has not worked out. It's the same thing with my career. I'm good at what I do. And honestly, baby, I'm a Capricorn. So y'all know I'm already going to say, you can hate if you want to hate, but we are the goats, okay? Caps. We are the goats, okay? So we're literally good at everything. Think what you want to think. Say what you want to say. I don't care. We are the goats. We are good at everything. And it's true. But seriously, for those of you who don't know, I studied psychology in college. I loved it. I thought I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I took my Psych 101 class, and I was like, this is amazing. And I never stopped after that. I remember I wrote a paper on a study about how electronics and social media, it was more so electronics, but electronics and social media. And this is when social media was still growing. When Instagram still had that ugly brown logo. Y'all remember that? It was back then. And I studied young children, not super young, older elementary school, middle school age. So we're talking 4th to 8th graders. And it was people close to me. I studied their nieces, nephews, cousins. And they knew I was studying them, but the kids didn't know because I didn't want to taint the experiment. Anyway, so I did a study on how social media and electronics technology affects the development of growing children. And I put my back into that paper. I really did. But I put my back into that paper because I was so passionate about it. And I still am. There's so many things I could say about social media and electronics and technology and whatever, but I'm not going to say it today because we're running out of time. That'll be another episode. But I put my back into that paper because I was so passionate about it. I turned that paper in, and my professor was like, let me holler at you for a second. When I tell you, you know how they mark your stuff up with the red pen, and they're just nope. Nope. You need to fix this. You need to do that. You need to bop, 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 bop. No. Sis did not put anything on that paper but 100. I got 100 on that paper. And she pulled me aside and she's like, let me holler at you for a second. She was like, this good. Can I save this? Because I want to use this as an example for some of my other classes. I said, yeah, girl. Me? You want to use me? You got it. And she was like, do you do you know what you're going to major in? And I was like, well, I wanted to do veterinary medicine, but now I'm not sure. And she was like, you need to stay right here. Psychology, you need to stay right here. And she's like, and you need to, I honestly, if you were going to do it, you need to developmental children. This is your thing. And I was like, get out, me? She talking about me? So I just fell in love after that. And I was like, yes, psych. I love psych. I actually wanted to study serial killers. I wanted to be a profiler for the FBI. Yes, criminal minds. That was me. I wanted to study the habits of serial killers and try to get ahead of them before they made their next move so we could catch them. But I also wanted to get into their minds. I wanted to know what they were thinking, why they were thinking that way. Why did they want to do that? Anyway, so I fell in love with psych, but psychology was always a practical thing. It was always a practical backup plan to what I wanted to do. So long story short, I am very good at what I do. I use my psych skills every single day. And although I am very good at what I do, it is not what I was meant to do. And that is a hard pill to swallow because it comes with great benefits. And I'm 30. And not only am I 30, I just had a major surgery. So the idea of doing something where I may have to like pay for my own medical insurance and like good medical insurance to keep what I have now. Boy, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm out here considering whether or not I'm going to sell feet pics just to, pay my car payment and pay my phone bill. That's a story for another day. We'll have to talk about that for another time, the phone bill. But, yeah. So anyway, the point is, you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle. And I know people always say, chase your dreams, chase your dreams. If your dream is where you're supposed to be, there's a dream and there's a calling. Your calling is what you were meant to do on this earth. Your calling is your God-given purpose on this earth. That is where you're headed. God is going to use you in that area. He is going to make sure that he gets the glory, but baby, he's going to let you shine through it. So if your dream is your calling, you don't have to chase it. It's going to chase you. It's going to find you. No matter where you go, no matter what you try to do, no matter how you try to settle, it's going to find you. Period. So if I can leave you with anything today, you might look at me and be like, sis, you're 30. Now you're a 30-year-old influencer. Like now you want to get the podcast back on? Yeah. It's not that I want to, it's that I have to. Because my calling chased me. Period. So I don't care how you judge me, and you should not care how other people judge you. It doesn't matter what your calling is. If that is where God has you, and that is what God has for you, and that is the calling he has for you, that's it. That's it. Lean into that. Period. Lean into that. Do it. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're starting over at 30, 20, 15, 17, 50, 60, 70. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. It is never going to leave you alone if it is for you. And if it is for you, you know it, because that tug is always gonna be there no matter what you do, how you try to settle, what kind of practical things you try to do to make it make sense for everybody else and even make it make sense for you. You'll never be able to do that. That's why God is omnipotent. It's the majesty, it's the splendor of him. We don't understand it, but he already has it written out. If the book is already written, you can't change the pages. You can't run from it. So lean into it. When it catches up to you, just embrace it. Let it catch you. Let it catch you. So stop running. That's the word for today. Stop running. Stop running. Lean into it. And embrace your calling. And if you need help, ask for help. Look for people in that area that could be helpful to you. I'm not saying use people, but ask for help. Ask God for help. He got you. You just gotta rock. You gotta lean with him. Rock with him. Lean with him. Rock with him. Lean, rock. Lean, rock. Okay, but for real. That's it. That's it. So I just want to shout out everybody who is listening. Thank you for being a part of this chaotic episode and listening to this chaotic episode. Every city, every state, every country, every province, every town, every village, every continent. You guys are welcome here. You are loved here. You are cherished here. This is a judgment-free zone. Listen, if you at any time have a question that you want answered, have advice that you want, if there's something anonymous that you just want to get off your chest, DM me, baby, on Instagram at Aislyn Wade. And I will anonymously answer that question for you. If you want to be shouted out, I will shout you out. But stop running. Stop running. You're not a track star. Yeah. You're not a track star. Just walk. Just walk. Walk into it. Anyway, but no, thank you guys so much for being here. Seriously, I'm really excited to get back on track with this. And I'm really excited to be back in the building with you guys. I miss you guys. And I love that, like, no matter how many breaks I take, y'all are always here. That's what's crazy. I love y'all. Y'all understand. We are family. Anyway, you guys can follow me, find me. Make sure you find me outside of the podcast, Let's Talk. You can also follow Let's Talk on Let's Talk with A on Instagram. You can follow me at Aislyn Wade on Instagram, TikTok, Aislyn Wade on Facebook, Twitter. I don't really tweet, but you can still find me there. You can follow my nail page at Sancran by A on Instagram, as well as just follow Aislyn Wade. Aislyn Wade got you covered, okay? She can give you everything you need. But anyway, let's connect outside of just the podcast. And of course, YouTube. You guys can find me Aislyn Wade on YouTube. And that's it. YouTube, let me know. Is it giving or is it? I mean, the lighting is giving. So hopefully the vibes on YouTube are giving. And guys, if there's topics that like you want me to talk about, like, child, let me know. Hit them DMs and let me know. And that's really all I have for you guys. I am gonna boot, scoot, and boogie on out of here because we are over time, but I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. I can't wait to see you again. All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.